What's up, guys? Nerdy Blurb TV. Thanks for having me on. My name's D-Lo from the Stuff of Legend show. I just wanted to say thanks for inviting me to be part of this collaboration, and I wanted to pay tribute to the MCU in general. Now, it's very special for me because obviously, being a comic book fan, it's like watching your fantasies come to life. And for me, that starts with Iron Man coming all the way up. I remember back in the day reading all those comic books and then also the encyclopedias that Marvel put out of all the different characters. And I remember being in love with War Machine long before Iron Man because nobody really knew who Iron Man was. But the cool thing about the Marvel universe is that they make these characters that not a lot of people know about, including Iron Man, household names, and they're making all these epic adventures out of characters that were not so well beloved before. And part of this, and I think what's most special for me, is what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy. Because for me, that was my first date with my wife. And so that was how we got to kind of come together, is because through all these movies coming up with the MCU, both of us in our separate lives not having ever met each other, we were following the MCU and having Avengers birthday parties and that kind of stuff and growing up on superheroes. And then when we finally came together and met, we had a lot to connect with and talk about. Much more than superheroes, granted, but that was a big part of the conversation. And our first date was Guardians of the Galaxy because it had come out that week. And so we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy. It was my second time, my wife's first time, and we've been on this trail ever since. And we were able to fall in love while falling in love with other characters. And there's so much backstory that for me is very personal, very intimate, things that I was able to grow together with not only my dad when it comes to the Incredible Hulk TV show with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, which is outside of the MCU, of course. But as far as what they're doing with the MCU, there's so much growth that has happened with me and my closest friends now are friends that I've grown up with watching MCU films. And so I think my favorite MCU film is still probably Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Civil War, because for me, that's like the pinnacle. That's like the best. Infinity War is of course great, but I hold that in another light. And I think that Spider-Man Homecoming and probably, I know a lot of people are gonna give me flack for this, but I really enjoyed Iron Man 2, because Iron Man 2 is where they introduced who was one of my favorite original characters, War Machine. And they did a really good job with that with Don Cheadle. I really liked that so much. And it was really great to get to see him come into a partnership with another hero. And those are things that I really enjoy. So anyway, I think that's basically my homage to the MCU, was that it's very personal for me growing up, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna feel the same way. Thank you guys so much for having me here on Nerdy Blurb TV. Thanks, Ryan. Really appreciate it. Love collaborating with you. And anyways, you guys have a great rest of your time watching this video.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in here today at Nerdy Blurb TV and checking out this video. Consider subscribing if you're into this kind of stuff, because we like to keep it nerdy here and interact with cool individuals such as yourself. Have a great day.